At ATM, set by the Hollands Diep at Moerdijk, we have been cleaning contaminated materials and returning them for use by society for over 40 years. Our 220 employees work 24/7 to process 2 million tonnes of contaminated waste every year. Detection technology and regulatory demands for cleaning this contaminated waste get more demanding all the time. We invest up to 10 million every year in modernising and upgrading our facility so that we have the leading-edge technology and capabilities to handle these materials. ATM is not only unique in its technology, but also because we combine 4 different treatment processes on one site in a physically integrated way that provides the most environmentally friendly and economic solutions. ATM makes 95% of this waste suitable for reuse using safe and responsible methods. To do this, we use a thermal remediation plant, a pyrolysis plant, a sludge treatment plant, and a wastewater purification plant. Additionally, we have developed a capability to produce recycled gravel, sand, and filler products to meet customers' increasing demand for sustainable secondary raw materials. The thermal soil remediation line can process 1.2 million tonnes of contaminated soil and old road surfaces into clean soil for reuse using a rotary oven that heats the soil at over 500 degrees centigrade until all the organic contaminants have been burned out of the soil. Our 10,000 cubic metre sheds can safely store up to 600,000 tonnes of soil for treatment. The pyrolysis line converts around 55,000 tonnes of packed chemical waste, such as solvents and paints, into energy using a 2-stage gasification process and into a residue that can be further processed. The water treatment facility can process up to 800,000 tonnes of contaminated water per year through a bacterial process into clean water that is returned to the usual drainage system. Much of the water comes from our jetty, where we clean over 2,500 ships per year. The sludge treatment process separates highly contaminated sludges into oils, which can be destroyed in the thermal soil process, sludges, which are treated on the pyrolysis line, and water, which we treat in our water treatment facility to complete a truly symbiotic process. The whole facility is supported by a multi-stage world-class emission control system which ensures that any toxic materials are destroyed completely, with only clean steam released from the stack. Technology and testing are at the heart of all our processes. We have a €5 million laboratory that does over 3 million tests per year using a wide range of high-technology equipment. It starts with testing all inbound materials to ensure that we only accept materials that we can treat. We then test and monitor all phases of the manufacturing process and the emissions from the stack on a 24/7 basis. Finally, our cleaned products are tested for compliance to all required standards before they're available for reuse. For 40 years, we have been producing thermally clean soil which can be safely used in appropriate locations as an alternative to virgin materials. This makes infrastructure projects more economic to complete. Now we are investing around 15 million in upcycling our million tonnes of clean soil into building materials. In 2018, we acquired adjacent land on which we separate the clean soil to dust, sand, and gravel. The dust can be used as a filler in the cement industry, meeting a growing need as dust from coal-fired power plants is being phased out. The sand can be used in a range of outlets from road construction to concrete, depending on the quality and grade of the sand produced. Finally, we separate out, clean and grade by size gravel that can then be used in a range of construction applications. All these products can be sold with varying degrees of quality and product certification, with value increasing with higher levels of consistency and quality. Consumer trials and the certification processes are all going well and will continue through 2020. The demand for secondary materials, such as those produced at ATM, is expected to grow strongly as the Dutch economy increasingly meets the demands of government policy and the circular economy. These products can be sold for a positive value as opposed to the negative value of thermally clean soil. This means that ATM will be able to expand its spread and increase margins through the supply of higher quality final products. At ATM, we are passionate about what we do. Our symbiotic processes enable us to clean materials that others can't clean. We invest in technologies and equipment that allow us to handle an increasing range of contaminated materials and clean them thoroughly while also meeting regulatory requirements. We are proud that 95% of all waste received is converted safely and responsibly for reuse, and that ATM is a major contributor to making the Netherlands a cleaner place.